धूमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिनि। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगतिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय ते नमः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नाम जय दास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा। Okay, today Veena Mataji is not there, she said. Okay, still we just got. Okay, so we are starting the new prayers today, the prayers of Akrura. So who was Akrura?
Krishna Balaram's maternal uncle was
he maternal uncle of Krishna Balaram?
He was a chariot of.
He was a minister. No? He was the minister in Kamsa's kingdom. No? He was a minister and a devotee of Krishna and Balaram, not maternal uncle. So we know this. When did he pray this? Akrura is considered like for one of the acharya for Navavida Bhakti. Na? For which one we say Akrura's name in Navavida Bhakti? We have like Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, right? So Akrura is remembered for what?
Archanam.
Vandanam. Vandanam means paying obeisances. Na? So when was this? Anyone knows? Like when was Akrura paid obeisances? Like this prayers, when was this? Any idea? When did Akrura pray?
When he went to receive Krishna Balaram and take them to Kansa's place.
Mathura.
That time.
Yeah, he wanted to bring them from Braj to Mathura, right?
Mathura.
Because why he wanted to bring? Because he was very much aware that Kamsa was going to kill him. No, for killing Krishna, he wanted to bring, and he felt very bad that for this work I'm going, but still he was happy that he was able to see Krishna, and because he had perfect knowledge, they are Supreme Personality of God himself. So Kamsa cannot do him anything. So he was very happy to bring them. So he goes there. So it is said that when he reached Gokula, that is near Mathura, and there we know, like if you have been to Vrindavan, you must have been to Ramanreti. Ramanreti, like where it is said Krishna Balram used to play, and there is a very soft kind of mud, the sand there, not mud, sand, where like people go and they bath themselves in that it is said, because they have played in that place. So same thing, like while passing by, he rolled over those sand and all that, and then he comes to like Braj. So after coming to Braj, he comes to Nanda Maharaj's home, and then he was properly treated. No, Krishna and Balram treated him. Actually, he first pays obeisances to immediately. He actually, before coming now, he meditates, like, I'm going to see them. I'm going to hope they will not mistake me, because I'm coming for a. The reason is not good for taking. Now, all that he meditates, and he thinks like, immediately when I see them, I'm going to fall flat and take their blessing and all that. He thinks and comes, and he was very nicely received, and he was taken care, and Krishna Balram, they embraced him, after he paid obeisances. So after all that, then Krishna is Malayuddha, right, and in the Mathura, and I am here to take you. So their immediate reaction was both started laughing, right? Krishna Balram, because who can do anything to them, right? They were like, they started laughing. And then, yes, they also agreed, like, they to come along with him. So, well, they started from there, and we know like how gopis all lamented this, it is said like, so Krishna promises them, uh, that I will return. And then they stop. They stop, and they just look at them until they are away from their vision. And then what happens on the way near in Yamuna, they stop. They stop, and then he says to Krishna Balram that we can fresh here, right? And then what happens? They both, Akrura goes inside the water. What did he see inside? What did he see?
He saw Krishna.
Yeah, he saw Vishnu. Vishnu lying on the Ananta Sesha, and all demigods praying, Brahma, everyone, all with all entourage. Krishna is present, and all the devatas are praying, or everything he saw, and he felt so blissful. Like, Krishna, the Lord, he had a desire to see the Lord, and Krishna showed him the form. Just like Krishna, as a Paramatma, understands every devotee's wish in the heart, and accordingly he reciprocates. Just like how Arjuna asked, and to show the Vishwaroop first, how you manifested in this universe. Then Krishna first showed the Vishwaroop, and then he wanted to see the 400 form, and then he showed the 400 also, and then he came to the 200 form. So Krishna always fulfilled the wish of the devotees. So similarly, like he showed him, and then he comes out. He was so ecstatic, and then immediately he starts offering these prayers to the Lord, right? So there are 30 prayers, but the puppets are very short. I mean, there's no puppet in a few of them, and few have puppets. So I think we can cover more. Like maybe we'll see. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 40, the prayers of Akrura, first sloka. Shri Akrura Uvacha Namosmyaham Tavakila Hetu Hetum Narayanam Purushamadhyam Avyayam Yanna Vijata Daravinda Koshat Brahma Virasid Yataesha Lokaha. Shri Akrura Uvacha.
Shri Akrura Uvacha.
नतोऽस्म्यहं तवाखिलहेतुहेतुम्
नतोऽस्म्यहं त्वखिलहेतुहेतुम्
नारायणं पुरुषमाद्यम् अव्ययम्
नारायणं पुरुषमव्ययम्
यन्नाभिजातादरविन्दकोशात्
यन्नाभिजातादरविन्दकोशात्
ब्रह्मा विरासीद्यत एष लोकः.
ब्रह्मा विरासीद्यत एष लोकः
श्री अक्रूर उवाच
श्री अक्रूरवाच
नातोऽस्म्यहं त्वा किल हेतुहेतुम्
नातोऽस्म्यहं त्वखिलाहेतुहेतुम्
नारायणं पुरुषमाद्यम् अव्ययम्
नारायणं पुरुषम् अद्यमव्ययम्
यन्नाभिजातादरविन्दकोशात्
यन्नाभिजातादरविन्दकोशात्
ब्रह्मा ब्रह्मा विरासीद् यत एष लोकः
ब्रह्मा विरासीद्यत एष लोकः
Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Akrura said, I bow down to you, the cause of all causes, the virginal and inexhaustible Supreme Person, Narayana. From the oil of the lotus born from your navel, Brahma appeared, and by his agency, this universe has come into being. So, from whom, which Vishnu, the Brahma appeared from the navel?
गर्भोदक्षायि
Yeah. What are the names of three Vishnus?
गर्भोदक्षायि विष्णु कारणदक्षायि विष्णु and क्षीरोदक्षायि विष्णु.
Yeah. So this is from the navel Brahma, and along with 14 planets also were created, right? So that is why Krishna is the cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. This is the first prayer which Lord Brahma also says in Brahma Samhita. So why all the devotees pray to the Lord? Because Krishna likes to hear the prayers. He likes to hear the prayers, and Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita that in all the three worlds I am celebrated as that Purushottama. In the chapter 15 he says, I is the Purushottama, and who has been glorified in all Vedas, in all the three worlds. It is me. It is the Supreme Lord. Krishna says there, and he likes to be praised. That is why it is said when we pray to the Lord, four things we have to do. The first one is glorification of the Lord. So glorification, we don't know to glorify. So what we can do? We can glorify with the prayers of the devotees who have offered, like Akrura's this prayer, or Kunti Maharani prayer, like Bhishma Stuti. Like we have so many devotees who have offered, and we can just like we say Karpanya dosha bhata swabhavaha. It is said like it is a shloka of surrender. Though it is said by Arjuna, Arjuna represents us, and when we are also bewildered, we are not able to take decision in life. So we want Krishna's guidance, no, to show us the path, what is right, what is wrong. No, he was bewildered, he was confused. In that state, Arjuna surrendered to Lord. So similarly, that shloka we can say whenever we are in this that kind of situation where we are bewildered and we want help of the Lord, right? So in that mode, like so many shlokas are there, like we are very much distracted by more of family attachments, right? Too much family attachments, and we are not able to give our time for spiritual activities. Then we can, like there are so many shlokas which Krishna will say, like Bhishma Pitama says like iti mati rupa kalpita with Krishna, like I have been engaged all my iti mati rupa kalpita with Krishna bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni swasukamupagate kvachid vihartum prakritimupeyasi yad bhava pravaha. He says, iti mati rupakala. So all my life I have invested my mind, my body, and everything, my intelligence in the materialistic activity. Please take that all and let me now, because he was leaving the world, and that was the prayers which he says, famous prayers. He says, let me now invest them in you. So similarly, like we can take, like though we are not completely, we are not able to do that, but at least when we are doing spiritual activity like chanting, right? We don't have to think about anything else, right? So in the sadhana time we can pray this, and we can ask Krishna, like, please help me so that my mind is not distracted here and there, and I can concentrate on only you, right? So only then, because even in Vishnu Sahasranama, it is said that Yomam Nama Sahasrena Stotumichati Pandava Soham Ekena Shlokena Stuta Evana Samshayaha. So the Lord says that these 1,000 names of Vishnu, no, it's been the people glorify me with all this name, but I am just I can become happy, and I feel happy. I get pleasure just by hearing one shloka also. But when it is offered with love, no, like just like Patram Pushpam Palam Toy, there also Krishna says Yome Bhaktya Prayachati, means the bhakti or the devotion is the most important when we do these prayers. So it's just like a ritual, when we say, it is not so pleasing to the Lord, right? When we do it, when we do with our heart, then it is very pleasing to the Lord. Just like how after the prayers he blesses all the devotees, like Dhruv Maharaj offered prayers and how Krishna was so pleased. So similarly, Krishna is pleased even when we offer the prayers, because we don't have a qualification to offer our own prayers. We can do the prayers of these devotees. So glorifying the Lord. And secondly, what is the second thing we have to do? We have to be gratitude. Say thank you, Krishna. No, for every small things, we have to cultivate the habit of gratitude, because most of the time we are conditioned in a way that we try to see which we don't have, and we are not thankful to the Lord to what he has given us already, right? So this attitude we have to change. So whenever we say, like, or even when we drink water, that is why Krishna is telling in this chapter 7-10, like how we can see the Lord, no, in the presence of, in the universe, how he's expanded in the form of rain, in the form, when the fragrance of earth, in the water, in the taste of water. Buddhir buddhimatam asmi. Even when the intelligent of intelligent, when we see some intelligent person, we can appreciate that it is Krishna's blessing. No, in women, he says, like, no, Smriti, Shri, the beauty, the tolerance, the patience, intelligence. So these things are coming from me. So whenever we see someone like that, we can think of Krishna instead of being jealous. Oh, I am not having this. How come he is having? We can actually be gratitude, and we can think of the Lord whenever we see that, right? So, so in that way, we can show the gratitude for whatever Lord has. So just we have a roof over our head. That is also gratitude. We never think about it. So there are many people who don't have homes, right? They don't have food all the 3 times. We have been blessed with all that. Why don't we see all that? Our mentality is, we don't want to see what God has given, but we want to see our neighbor who is having something better than us, and we want to complain, Lord, oh, why you didn't give me? You give me that, you give me that. No, that is not a pure devotional service. So pure devotion means Anyabhilashita Shunya, right? So Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says in Nectar of Instruction, Anyabhilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulena Krishnanu Sheelanam Bhakti Ruchyat. So one has to be in that mood. And then second one is, so first one is what? First is was what? What is the first thing in the prayer? I said.
Glorification.
Yeah. What is the second one?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. And the third one is asking forgiveness. So every day we keep making mistakes. It's not like we unknowingly we may harm someone, we may hurt with our words. No, like it should not become a habit of doing and asking for like just like Christians do. What is Parikshit Maharaj calls it that the false renunciation, and it is kind of like a in the first sloka we have in the Nectar of Instruction. Yes, Snigdha Mataji, are you able to remember that the word used by Kunjari Snana, right? It is just like a Kunjari Snana, like it is like we are, the elephant goes and take bath, and again it puts sand on us when it come out. So similarly, we do mistake, we ask forgiveness, again we start doing mistakes. So, like some people go to the church and do confession, and the next, a whole week they do some sinful activity, and they go on a week, Sunday or Saturday or Monday, I don't know which day. So they go and ask confession. that means they have a feeling that they're relieved from all sins. So one way good to remove the guilt, but then that should not get continued, right? Again, we should not do. So similarly, like once we must have done so many things so in the past, but we need not continue that, right? Keep on doing the same things what we did, or without, in ignorance we must have done, or even in previous lives we must have done. No, otherwise we would not be suffering. We would not have come to this material world. The fact that we are in this material world is we have done something, no, all sinful activities. That is why we are here. And but because of some pious activity, we have come to in contact with the pure devotees, Srila Prabhupada, and we are getting this knowledge. And hence we have to be, we should ask now forgiveness. So Lord Brahma also says that, whoever in the Lord says that, no, not Brahma or Vishnu himself. In the Bhagavatam it comes like where he says, I think Brahma only. So anyone who is with the doing the devotional activities, he's getting, like, so many external problems are there, but still he's not giving up on devotional activities. With all his mind, body and intelligence, he's serving me. Such person is surely eligible for liberation. It is Brahma praying. In Brahma prayers we see this, right? So Sthane sthita shrutigatam tanuvan manobir. Even in the words is glorifying Lord. So such person is eligible for liberation. So he will be forgiven. Krishna forgives. And even Krishna says that the devotee never falls. I mean, even if he falls down, he will again become a good person, in the sense he doesn't fall down. He doesn't stay in that for a long time. Just like a baby falls down, he's again pick up, he stand up and walk. So similarly, we also, since we are conditioned to that earlier activities, we may fall down sometimes, but then Krishna will pick us up. The association of devotees is very important there, where they will help us to be fixed in devotional service. And the fourth one is we have to pray to the Lord, so that I am always fixed in devotional service, and I'm chanting the holy name. I always remember the Lord. Always remember Lord, never forget the Lord. So this should be the four things. So what is the first one? First one is glorifying the Lord. Second one is what is the second one? Gratitude, yeah. Second is gratitude. Third is forgiveness. And fourth is like praying for the service of the Lord. Engage me in service, life. So that is a prayer of a pure devotee. Like engage me in your service, life after life. So similarly, that should be our mood. So here we can see that is why the devotees are offering the prayers to the Lord. So the shloka 2. Bhustoyamagni pavanam kam adir mahanajadir mana indriyani sarvendriyartha vibhu dascha sarve yehe tavaste jagato angabhutaha. Bhustoyamagnihi pavanam kam adir mahanajadir mana indriyani sarvendriyartha vibhudascha sarve yehe tavaste jagato angabhutaha. Translation. Okay, anybody wants to read?
Yes, Mati.
Yeah.
Translation. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, and its source, false ego, the Mahat Tattva, the total material nature, source, the Supreme Lord's Purusha expansion, the mind, the senses, the sense objects, and the senses presiding deities. All these causes of the cosmic manifestation are born from your transcendental body.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So everything is manifested from the Lord. We know, like initially there was nothing, and everything, when Lord glanced over the Mahatattva, the creation happened, right? So that is what is mentioned here. So everything is manifested from the Lord's body, and even the preceding deities. So this comes in the Canto 3, where it is mentioned that from the Mahapurusha, all the expansions, when the Lord glances, and further he expands himself to even the devatas, all the devatas. That is why it is a part and parcel of the Lord. So he becomes like every organ in the body has a devata for it. Just like the sun is said to be the for the eyes, and the mouth is like Agni Devata, the fire. And then we have a like for tongue it is Varuna. Varuna is for the tongue, and for the nose we have like Ashwini Devatas. With the nose we can smell. So all the senses. So so different for every part of the body. So we can understand how much dependent we are. We may be very proud of whatever we have, but actually indirectly when we see when we through the shastras, when we understand that how minute and how we don't have any right to say that it is mine. Everything actually is given by Krishna only. If Krishna willing, everything may work perfectly. If Krishna is not willing, everything, we may lose everything, right? So that is, so we should always remember the Lord. So that's what is here mentioned in this sloka. We'll go to the next one. Verse 3. Naite swarupam viduratmanaste hi ajadayo anatmataya grihitah ajo anubaddhah sagunairajaya gunat param vedanate swarupam. Naite swarupam viduratmanaste.
Naite swarupam viduratmanaste.
Hiya jadayo anatmataya grihitah.
Ajadayo anatmataya grihita.
Ajo anubaddhah sagunairajaya.
Ajo anubaddhah sagunairajaya.
Gunat param vedanate swarupam.
Gunat param vedanate swarupam.
Someone can read.
Shall I
Hare
continue?
Krishna. Okay, if somebody wants to read, otherwise you can. Yeah. Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The total material nature and these other elements of creation certainly cannot know you as you are, for they are manifested in the realm of dull matter. Since you are beyond the modes of nature, even Lord Brahma, who is bound up in these modes, does not know your true identity. Purpose?
Continue, Prabhuji.
Yeah. God is transcendental to material nature. Unless we also transcend the limited consciousness of material existence, we cannot know Him. Even the greatest living entity in the universe, Brahma, cannot understand the Supreme unless he comes to the platform of pure Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. So, translation: the total material nature and these other elements of creation certainly cannot know you as you are, for they are manifested in the realm of dull matter. Since you are beyond the mode of nature, even Lord Brahma, who is bound in these modes, does not know your true identity. So, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that all these three worlds, the higher planet, which includes the Brahmaloka, like all the 14 planets, the higher world, In the middle, we are in the earth, and there is the lower planets also. So nobody is free from these three modes. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 14. So wherever we go, so that is why Abrahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravartir Arjuna. Why? Anywhere we go, we come back. So we have to become intelligent now. Like when we take to other devatas, or even how much ever superior they all are come into Maya. Because even the greatest of the devatas, like even Lord Shiva, we have instances where he get bewildered by Maya, right? So only Krishna is free, or the Vishnu Tattva is free from these three modes. And it is mentioned here that because of that, nobody can understand the Lord perfectly. Even the Lord Brahma, though he is said to be the most intelligent, living entity, he is the first living entity, and he is uncomparable. His intelligence is, because just with the word thapa, he understood. He just that he started meditating, and when he started meditating, everything realization he got, and he understood what was his duty, and he started the creation. So just imagine like how intelligent Lord Brahma is. Of course, when he has come from the navel of Lord Vishnu, he has to be intelligent. So but still he also comes under these three modes, and nobody can identify. Krishna says in chapter 10 also, Name vidussuraganaha prabhavannamaharshayah ahamadirhi devana manushyana cha sarvashah. Name vidussuraganaha. Nobody the suragana means the devatas, and the sages, nor the demigods, nor the sages. Nobody can know me, because I am the Adi. I was there before everyone. I am Adi. He was the cause of everyone. So hence nobody can know him, because all the devatas came only after Lord Brahma, right? So Lord Brahma initially, and after that other devatas. So nobody can understand the transcendental nature of the Lord, but a devotee can understand. How? Because when he is free from three modes, Krishna, shows himself like even the 12 Mahajans. It is said, but there we see that Brahma name is there. We actually Brahma name is there. Swayambhu, first word is Brahma only. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu, Kumaro Kapilo Manu, Pralada Janako Bhishmo, Balir Vayasaki Vayam, Balir Vayasaki Vayam. Balimano. So it is so there we see Brahma name is there, but then sometimes Krishna only bewilders them. So we have to understand like that. When they come to material world. Sometimes even Brahma asking forgiveness in the Brahma prayers after the Brahma Vimoha Leela. How we understand like how even Brahma got bewildered. So so it is here Akrura is saying that nobody except Krishna understand Krishna. Even Krishna could not understand himself. Like Krishna could not understand how sweet he was, his sweetness, and he came in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to understand Radharani's mood, so that he can understand Krishna. So it is so difficult, because in spiritual world it keeps on expanding the Krishna's the blissful nature. It keeps on expanding, it's never end. So hence it is, even Krishna cannot understand, then how can others understand? So 10:44. Okay. Tvamyogino yajanti adha mahapurush Tvamyogino yajanti adha mahapurushamishwaram sadhyatmam sadibhutam cha sadidaivam cha sadhavah. Tvam yogino yajantyadha mahapurushamishwaram sadhyatmam sadibhutam cha sadidaivam cha sadhavah. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Translation. Pure yogis worship you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by conceiving of you in the threefold form comprising the living entities, the material elements that constitute the living entities' bodies, and the controlling deities of those elements. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, comprising of the living entities, material elements that constitute the living bodies, and the controlling deities. So, this is pure yogis, means they are in complete understanding that the Krishna is the cause of everything. The living entities, the material the material elements, and that constitute of living entities' bodies. So we are all coming from them. And just now I mentioned in the previous sloka that controlling deities of those elements, like so all the senses, how they have the controlling deities. 10.40.5. त्रय्या च विद्यया त्रय्या च विद्यया केचित् त्वां वैतानिका द्विजाः यजन्ते विततैर्यज्ञैर्नानारूपाम राख्यया. त्रय्या च विद्यया केचित्
Traya cha vidyaya kechit
त्वां वैतानिका द्विजाः
vai vaitanika dvijah
यजन्ते विततैर्यज्ञैर्
ajante vitasher
नानारूपामराख्याय.
nana
Okay, one can read.
Okay.
Yeah, Shailaja Mataji.
Translation. Brahmanas who follow the regulations concerning the three sacred fires worship you by chanting mantras from the three Vedas and performing elaborate fire sacrifices for the various demigods who have many forms and names. Purport. Akrura has now described how those who follow the path of Sankhya Yoga and the three Vedas worship the Supreme Lord in different ways. In the various places where the Vedas appear to recommend that one worship Indra, Varuna, and other demigods, these demigods are stated to be supreme. But at the same time, the Vedas state that there is one supreme controller, the absolute truth. That is Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who expands his potency through material creation into the forms of the demigods. Thus, worship of the demigods goes to him through the indirect method of karma kanda or fruitive religious rituals. Ultimately, however, one who wants to achieve eternal perfection should worship the Lord directly in full Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. Translation. Brahmanas who follow the regulations concerning the three sacred fires worship you by chanting mantras from the three Vedas and performing elaborate fire sacrifices for the various demigods who have many forms and names. So we know, like in the Vedas, it is given like worship of different demigods for getting different fruitive results. So people who are interested, like so why to get a high birth, to get a what Krishna says. यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्ति विपश्चितः वेदवादरतः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः कामात् मानस स्वर्गपरः जन्म कर्म फलप्रदम्. So what are the four things? We want one high birth, karma, the activity, like one has to janma karma palapradam. They do the janma karma palapradam. Pala means the expecting a result. Karma means the fruitive activities again. Janma karma phala pradam. Expecting something reward from the Lord. Phala. So these things they are expecting, and hence they are engaged in the fruitive activities. So, but Krishna says that Traigunya Vishaya Veda, you have to raise above these three modes, Arjuna. Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunyo Bhavarjuna. Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastaha, Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So, you have to raise above these three modes, because until we are doing the fruitive activities as per Vedas, then we are still in the three modes, in the So we will not take to Krishna consciousness because they are very attractive. No, they are very attractive, high birth, and because people want to more opulence and they want to enjoy, like how Kunti Maharani said, Janma Aishwarya Shruta Shribi Edamana Bada Puman. No, Naivarhati Vidadatum Vai Tvama Kanchana Gochara. So the people who are maddened with this high birth and opulence, Aishwarya, Janma Aishwarya, Shruta, Shribi, means good education and beauty. These four things can never approach the Lord with a sincere heart because they have so many plans for sense enjoyment. They will never be able to approach the Lord. So it is not recommended. That is what is given here. That various elaborates, but worship. But here we can see that everything actually indirectly goes to Krishna only. No, Krishna even in Bhagavad Gita says, yeah, Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktaha Tasya Radhanami Mihate Labate Chatata Kaman Mayeva Vihitan Hitan. So when somebody, Krishna only says, I only give the faith in them. When they go to certain devatas, like for Lord Ganesh, there are like, we used to also worship all the demigods. And now also we have their respect towards them because they're all great Vaishnavas, because they're all devotees of the Lord and Lord Shiva. But then we always have to go to Krishna only for everything. And we have respect and we have to pray them. If you happen to go to their temple also, like what do we say? We only ask for the devotional service to Krishna. Nothing material we should ask, right? So Krishna says, whenever somebody goes to some devata, I only make them faith strong in them. So that what happens? At least let them be fixed in one, because we are like like what to say, embodied souls. Embodied means the soul is covered by this subtle and gross body. We want something which has a form for meditation. Without form, we cannot meditate, because in a higher advancement stage of spiritual life, one meditates upon the spiritual form of the Lord, whichever Ishta Devata they say, like the Ishta means some may like to see Krishna in the Vishnu form, or some may like the Guruvayur, like he's in the, though he's 400, but he's like a baby form. No, Krishna is worshipped in the like a child, and some want to see him in the how he was in like in a 16-year-old boy form, or like small child form, like how he used to play with Yashoda. So different forms the devotees meditate upon. And we can see like many times how the acharyas, like even one incident where we hear Rupa Goswami was here meditating about the pastime of Radha Krishna in in Goloka, and how his meditation got broke because of some unknowingly, yeah, the Vaishnava Aparad. He didn't intend to do, but because he was smiling while seeing the pastime of the Lord's in in his meditation, the person who was he was lame person who was actually while he was walking, and he thought, okay, he's smiling at me. So like that, okay, that's not much relevant, but why I said was like to meditating about the form of the Lord. So in the higher stage, one does that. So that is why we start with Krishna gives the faith in first the demigods. We see, some, I mean, somewhere they have to fix. Otherwise, they won't come. No, we can see like who starts keeping dedication for the other thing, like they become fixed. At least they are religious, they don't commit sinful activities, they are afraid, they know that God is there. So that, and after that, slowly though those because they are Krishna is there in the heart of the demigods also. Krishna inspires them to give intelligence, and he only, because of them only we come to Krishna, right? We have to be always thankful because they only showed us the path to come here. So Krishna says, I give the faith, and also whatever result they are getting, whatever benefits they are getting from demigod, it is only sanctioned from me. So without sanctioning by the Lord, we cannot get anything. So Krishna's sanction should be there. No, like in a companies, you report to some manager, and you want an appraisal. So this manager will recommend to the higher authority that this person has done work well, and I would recommend 10%, so, or 20%. And then the management decides whether to give whatever the manager has asked to this employee, or he can reduce or increase whatever based on if he liked or not. Right? So similarly, Krishna is the ultimate authority. He decides whether if he has to be given or not given. So even it is said, I heard in like one of the senior Vaishnavas, where what they said was, Devatas, like we can see that by doing some fruitive activities, some get all the pious, they get, they become rich, or like, so many I've heard like Vaibhava Lakshmi somebody does, when every week you have to do on Friday, 5 days, so 5 weeks, something like ladies do. Like I have also practically seen some people like they become better in their living by doing that. But actually, it is said that they cannot give anything extra than it is there in account. It's like from either they will give from from the past lives. If we don't have the certain pious thing for getting all those riches in this life, they will give that from the some other past where we have done. That one only they are able to give. They can't give anything extra. So that is why, and also like. Maybe in the future we will have, we will not be having or something like that. So but Krishna knows when and how to be given. He knows the right time, like uh, NND Prabhuji was also saying, Krishna can give anything. He's the richest father and we are the son of the richest father. But then we will be, we will bigde hue bacche, Krishna, he was saying, like we are like spoiled children. If Krishna is worried, if I give him now, and he may, he may fall down from the devotional service. So when somebody is in serious in dedicated, or we have shown some interest in the devotional service, Krishna may not give us material opulences, or Krishna may take away, because in the immature stage we are not able to handle it. We may fall down. So for our good, Krishna gives us the best. So it's always best to go to Krishna. 10.40.6. एके त्वाखिल कर्माणि सन्न्यास्योपाशमं गताः ज्ञानिनो ज्ञानयज्ञेन यजन्ति ज्ञानविग्रहम् एके त्वाखिल कर्माणि
एके त्वाखिल कर्माणि
सन्न्यास्योपाशमं गताः
सन्न्यासोपासनं गतः
ज्ञानिनो ज्ञानयज्ञेन
ज्ञानिनो ज्ञानयज्ञेन
यजन्ति ज्ञानविग्रहम्
यजन्ति ज्ञानविग्रहम्.
Okay, can read.
May I, Mataji?
Yeah.
Okay. Translation. In pursuit of spiritual knowledge, some persons renounce all material activities and, having thus become peaceful, perform the sacrifice of philosophic investigation to worship you, the original form of all knowledge. Purport. Modern philosophers pursue knowledge without bothering to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus they necessarily end up the meager, if not trivial, result.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. So these are all, apart from pure devotees, there are different kind of devotees, right? They're jnanis, karmis. So it is they being talked about them, where they also to some extent they have to give up all those. Even in the Ashtanga Yoga, we see like the person he has to be leading very disciplined life, and he goes to the forest and do all the away from family, away from sense gratification, regulating all the activities of recreation, sleep, everything. Yuktahara and the food, very bare minimum food he takes. So many different types of yogis are there apart from bhaktas, jnanis, yogis. So, and what do they do? But here it is said that when they do all that, give up on material activities, they may become peaceful. because why are we having all those anxieties? Because of our material attachment only. When somebody is giving up all those attachments, obviously he will feel that happiness, or it's not happiness. You only come to the platform of peace, right? Because in the three realization, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan, those so Krishna is Satchidananda. So when somebody realizes Brahman, he gets the Sat. Sat means knowledge. He is in knowledge that he can differentiate between the matter and the soul. And then he comes to the second stage is Chit. Sat is eternal. He understands that he is eternal soul. That is first one. And the second stage, Paramatma, when somebody realizes Paramatma, he comes to stage of Chit, that is in complete knowledge. And only in Bhagavan we have realization of Krishna, right? Ananda, blissful. It's Satchidananda. So, so this peaceful is only possible that is in a Brahman platform. And Krishna says that yes, it is always good. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, Krishna says, Yagna dana tapakarma natyajam karyameva tat yagnodanam tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. So even if somebody is not spiritual, is not taking to Krishna consciousness, or he is not worshipping the Lord, he still can engage in the activities of yagna, that is sacrifice, charity, yagna, dana, tapa. So tapa means austerity, doing austerity, some kind of austerity, and tapa. So these things are required because it purifies one's. Purification happens like when we start giving. At least if you are not able to give to Krishna, if we are giving to the people, or the poor people, what happens? At least that attachment won't be there to that money. We start giving, that habit develops. The example given is the wet wood. Wet wood, it takes a lot of time to get burned, to catch fire, but it will happen. So similarly, the people who engage in different activities, they finally come to Krishna, but after many years or many births, right? So that's what is said here. The verse 7, 10.40.7. Anye cha samskritatmano vidinabhihitena te yajanti tvanmayastvam vai bahumurti ekamurtikam. Anye cha samskritatmano
Anye cha
vidinabhihitena te
vidina
yajanti tvanmayastvam vai
Yajanti
bahumurti ekamurtikam.
Bahumurti ekamurtikam.
It's not.
May I read it?
Yeah.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Translation. And yet others, those whose intelligence is pure, follow the injunctions of Vaishnava scriptures promulgated by you. Absorbing their minds in thought of you, they worship you as one Supreme Lord manifesting in multiple forms. Purport. The word Samskritamana, they whose intelligence is pure, is significant here. It implies that the worshippers mentioned before have not completely purified their intelligence of material contamination and thus worship the Lord indirectly. Those who are purified, however, directly worship the Lord, either as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, or as one of his various plenary forms, such as Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, or Aniruddha, as indicated here.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So what is said here? And yet others, those whose intelligence is pure, follow the injunctions of Vaishnava scriptures promulgated by you. Observing their minds in thought of you, they worship you as the one Supreme Lord manifesting in multiple forms. So Vaishnavas only worship Vishnu or the expansions of Vishnu. They don't worship any other devatas, right? So only the Krishna or Vishnu, like all Vishnu tattvas. Like we also we worship Narsimhadev, right? We worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. So all Krishna's and Krishna's expansion, apart from that, they don't worship any other devatas because they have the clear understanding that everyone resides in Krishna. And Krishna he is the one person who is manifested in multiple forms. So it is just like father going to office in a one dress, and then he's in a home he's a different person, right? Or he's in a different dress. So he, like, outside, when the same father, if he's a teacher, like for example, if he's a teacher, even the student, the son has to call him as a teacher there. But when he comes home, he will be very casual. So similarly, like the Lord, no, this example may usually we give for the difference between Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna, right? How Krishna, is with the worshipped with reverence in the Lord Vishnu in Vaikunta, but no, you can't put your hand on shoulder of Vishnu, no. But then with Krishna, you can do that in Goloka because this is highest. So there we see him in a different form. So similarly here also Devatas are also is manifesting from the Lord only. Yatha tarormula nishechanena what is that? Tripyanti yatskanda bhujopashakaha pranapahararchayatendriyanam tata arhanam achyutejya. So actually what it says, so yatha tarormula nishechanena means just like watering the roots of the plant, it nourishes the plant, twig, no, the branch, everything. Similarly, and one more analogy is given in this sloka is, and just like when you feed the food to the stomach, all the limbs get energy, right? You can see in the Ekadashi day when you do Nirjala or something, or you take only water sajal, so you feel very weak, all the limbs, no? Because we don't give to the limbs separately. We usually give only to the stomach, but limbs are getting the strength from it. So similarly, the devatas are getting the strength from Krishna only. No, it is Brahma Samhita says like the sun is getting the heat and light from me. No, the Brahma says that it is coming from you only. You are the reason for the sun planet is worshipped to the king of all planets in all the material world, because without sun there is no heat and light in all the 14 planets except in Goloka, where Krishna says in my Dhama there is no need of any light and the sun and moon, because Krishna's body itself is so effulgent. So they are coming from the from the Lord only, and we can understand that like how from Krishna only everything is coming. And similarly in that shloka it is said just like the and Tataiva. So Arhanam Achyuteja. When you Achyuteja means Achyuta is what? Who? Krishna. So when we worship Krishna, all the devatas and all the living entities, everyone becomes satisfied. That is why Krishna will, because Krishna is happy. Yasmin tushte jagat tushta. If Krishna, can you remember any pastime where Krishna's stomach was full and everybody else got full stomach? I mean, their hunger was their hunger was what is that word? They
Satiated.
Yeah. So satiated or satisfied, right? Got satisfied. So any pastime you can remember from the Leela of the Lord?
The Pandavas were
Yes.
finished.
Who was that?
Durvasa Muni?
Yes. Correct. Very nice. Hari Bol. Yes. So when Durvasa Muni came, wantedly Duryodhana sent them to trouble Pandavas, because he knew that Durvasa was very angerly person and he can curse because he knew that these people are living in forest, they cannot give any proper food. And he knew that after Draupadi is eaten, they can't give the food. No, it was already late in the evening, and he sends them because he had come with a very huge his Shishya Vrinda, the group of disciples. And when Draupadi Yudhishthira comes and asks like any food is left, she said, oh, because it is like Akshaya Patre they had, but it was like it used to get how much ever food you want, but once Draupadi eats and finish, that becomes empty. So it was like that. So she says, oh, I had already had. So now what to do? They're coming. So now they prayed for Krishna, and Krishna, what he did? Krishna appeared there. And Krishna appeared and he said, okay, just look for one grain. She searched and there was something which was stuck in the vessel somewhere, one grain. and Krishna just had that grain and half grain. Then what happened? They went to take bath actually in the water in the river. They said we will take bath and we will come for the food. But then when they dipped inside, when Krishna ate, they all started to get burping, like their stomach is full. They were all saying, okay, I'm feeling like I had already some very big feast, like festival feast. No, I don't know. Everybody started saying, oh, even I'm feeling no, what to do. Like if we go, they would have prepared so many dishes. How can we have? Let's all run away from here. So they all ran away from there. So that's how Krishna saved. So how does it? So not just devatas, even the living entities, everyone gets satisfied just when Krishna is satisfied. So our duty is only to please Krishna, not anyone else in this material world. So when Krishna is pleased, everyone is automatically pleased. Right? Okay, maybe we can stop here. 7 shlokas we read now. Okay, we'll start from the 8th verse next class. How much is there? There are still others worship. They follow the described. Okay, we can do the next week. Or we'll do this last shloka, Hare Krishna, as you say. Or we'll do next week.
Yes, we can do it.
Next week.
Okay. Okay. It's very short. It's okay. 5 minutes we can finish. 10.40.8. Tvamevanye Shivoktena Margena Shivarupinam Bhavacharya Vibhetena Bhagavantam Upasate. Please read. Okay, you didn't repeat now. Once again.
Okay.
Tvamevanye Shivoktena
Tvamevanye
Shivoktena
Margena Shivarupinam
Margena
Shivarupinam
Bhavacharya Vibhedena
Acharya
Vibhedena
Bhagavantam Upasate.
Bhagavantam
Upasate.
Please read, Mataji. Yeah.
Translation. There are still others who worship you, the Supreme Lord, in the form of Lord Shiva. They follow the path described by him and interpreted in various ways by many teachers. Purport. The words Tvam Eva, you also indicate that the path of worshipping Lord Shiva is direct and therefore inferior. Akrura is indirect and therefore inferior. Akrura himself is following the superior method by directly worshipping Krishna or Vishnu with his prayers. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So there are still others who worship you, the Supreme Lord, in the form of Lord Shiva. They follow the path described by him and interpreted in various ways by many teachers. So we know, like, there are different Puranas, Shiva Purana, and actually one of the authenticated Sampradaya is Rudra Sampradaya, which also comes from the 4 bona fide Sampradaya, where Lord Shiva is the deity. And in the sense, Lord Shiva is also worshipping the Lord Vishnu only. All the 4 Sampradayas, they are worshipping Lord Vishnu only. But we have the prayers of Lord Shiva also, which is praising the Lord. So Lord Shiva is also greatest Vaishnava, though he is not a Shiva himself. Like Prabhupada always gives the difference between the Krishna and Lord Shiva as the curd and milk. Though both are the derivatives of the same product line, from milk only curd comes, but still the curd is not milk. So similarly, though he has almost everything, like he's also almost all qualities like Vishnu. Yeah, there are 55 qualities. Krishna has 64, Vishnu has 60, so 55. Brahma has 50. Brahma 50, Shiva 55. So he has almost 55 qualities, just 10 qualities less than Lord Krishna, but still he is a most powerful devata or the Vaishnava, because Vaishnava nam yatha Shambhu, right? So the greatest Vaishnavas, we cannot offend the Lord Shiva, because he is also the greatest devotee of the Lord. And he says to Parvati Devi, Aradhana nam sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tvadiyanam. So what is this? The last line, which what does he say? That out of all the worship of Vishnu is considered to be the highest. He didn't say that worship me. He never say in his prayer also. He never say, but Krishna says worship me, right? Manmana bhava madbhakta madhyajimam namaskuru mame vaishasi yuktvaimam atmanam madparayana. Krishna boldly says, I am the Lord. I am Krishna. I am Lord. Worship me, right? Just like CEO is declaring, his position. He declares his property and everything in the balance sheet, everything, like just like that. Krishna says, I have this opulence, I have that opulence, I am the Lord, let everyone pay obeisance unto me, and everyone. But nobody else is saying like that. Any prayers of Indra, Brahma, Shiva, if we see, they all have proper understanding. They are in understanding that the position of the Supreme Lord, but we are not there. Our intelligence is diluted and we think different devatas to be the highest form, when they have themselves accepted that Krishna is the highest. Now, in the prayer, actually, he says, higher to worshipping Vishnu is the worship of, or the service to the devotees of the Lord, because that is the more pleasing to Krishna also. More than Krishna says, than worshipping me. If somebody is worshipping in the sense like the spiritual master is equally treated to be like a Supreme Lord, though we have an understanding he's not Lord, but he has to be in the same kind. We have to honor and respect and obey his orders, it is said. Krishna also only likes that when we do like that. So they all have the proper understanding, and we should understand that now. And in one lecture I heard, when Prabhuji said, it's like, so after coming to Krishna consciousness, like we may not want to have so many different deities we had in our altar, like, so then we may have like guilty, like some people like, how can I remove? I have done that puja all the years. Now how can I remove? Still they want to keep all that. No? So he was saying, whether you remove or you keep, right, doesn't matter. It's the consciousness matter. In the consciousness, we have right understanding. Who are the devatas? Like, even if you're keeping there, we know that who is Krishna and what is the position of different devatas, right? And we are not asking them anything material, so that is okay. And even if you don't keep, also, he said, even if Krishna alone you have kept, still all devatas are present, because when Lord is there, all his entourage are there always. So no need to worry like whether, okay, did I do any offense or not? Nothing. Even if you keep Krishna, there is all devatas present, right? When we chant the holy name of the Lord, all the devatas are also present. Everybody is present. So we do not have any guilt like that. No, I did any mistake. Nothing. Because Krishna, sarva aham tvam sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papepyeha mokshayashyami mashuchaha. Krishna says, I will save you from all the sinful reactions. Do not fear. So when Krishna has said, do not fear, we should have full faith in the words of the Lord. We need not worry about anything. Just like the example of, he gave the example of the Vrajvasis. So when Krishna said, stop the worship of Indra, what did they do? They knew that they were afraid what Indra would do, because Indra is the god of rain. No, he may create all the disturbance, and but they didn't mind. They took Krishna's words and they stopped immediately. So that was their conviction on Krishna. So do we have that conviction? Right? He mentioned that. So I was like taken back, like, wow, what a conviction. Just Krishna said and they stopped worship of Indra. And so here we can understand that all are parts and parcel of the Lord, and we have to worship them, and we have to understand the right position of them. But we have to always worship the Krishna only, right? Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for joining. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.